What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm SwipaCam. Welcome to the channel, Swipa Gang. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the logo, because we have a lot to talk about tonight, and I'm just going to get straight to it. It was the first game off a back-to-back that we've had in a second. The Denver Nuggets won an all-star break. They haven't looked good the last two games. They snuck a win out yesterday in Memphis. They came back, had another game against the Dallas Mavericks, who've been playing decent lately. Gary Harris is out. JaMychal Green just came back. PJ Dozier just came back. Paul Millsap just came back. Monte Morris was out of the lineup. There are a lot of things that happened that led to the debacle that was tonight's game. Luka Doncic played well but didn't go off crazy, even though he got crazy free throws like always. He shot only 6 free throws today, which is decent. He shot 10 3-pointers, only made 3 anyway. I'm frustrated. I mean, I can't even begin to put into words how frustrated I was watching the game, because there's so many things that had to go right for the Mavs and had to go wrong for the Nuggets for the game to even look like it did. For instance, Kristaps Porzingis had his best game in the last 5 years tonight. Best game in the last 5 years tonight. Kristaps Porzingis tonight had 25 points, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. And I'm talking about deep, crazy three-pointers. Y'all, Josh Richardson tonight had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. 4 or 5 from the three-point line. It's like, I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. They only shot 39% from the three-point line tonight, but they made 18. They made 49% of their field goal shots. The Nuggets were missing everything. They were 37 to 90. So there's a lot of stuff. Namely, as many of you have talked about, you tweeted at me, Jamal Murray did not play well again tonight. Jamal Murray, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists, 4-13 from the field, and 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Not great. Another not great game from Jamal Murray. Nikola Jokic, though. Nikola Jokic tonight, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 10 of 20 from the field, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line on a minus 12. He played great again, but the Nuggets didn't really show up to the party. Michael Porter Jr. had 23 points and 8 rebounds tonight. He had 17 points in the fourth quarter. He just turned it on. He was doing his best. He had some defensive lapses, y'all, but there's a lot of notes we can talk about in this game, but what do you want to talk about? Let me know in the comment section what you want to talk about, because I'm frustrated. The Denver Nuggets now are back in the 6th seed. They're a half game behind the Portland Trail Blazers again. They had another opportunity to get ahead of the Trail Blazers, who won again. The Denver Nuggets have a relatively easy schedule the rest of the way. But what's going to happen now? Now that the Denver Nuggets are getting healthier, what happens? The rotations have changed. Tonight, Paul Millsap started. The Denver Nuggets started the game off 9-0. And they somehow were down 20 points at one point in the fourth quarter and third quarter. It's just an ugly game. They were up 29-28 in the first quarter. They were down 51-62 by the close of the second quarter, and they imploded when Jokic went out the game. I mean, again, I'm watching the Mavs, Josh Richardson, I'm watching Kristaps. They're just hitting stuff, and I'm just like, look, man, there ain't nothing I can do about that. There ain't nothing I can do about it. Nothing they can do about it. But I think the thing that frustrates me most that I come away with in this game is the Denver Nuggets are excellent at center. Best center in the league. Best big man in the league. The Denver Nuggets are, even though he hasn't played well the last 2 games, they have all-star caliber play at point guard. You know, all-star caliber play. The Denver Nuggets have an up-and-coming 6'10" mega monster in Michael Porter Jr. The Denver Nuggets have, 3 players that can play the 4. Paul Millsap, JaMychal Green, and Zeke Naji that you feel like you can trust. You know, you can trust them to make plays, to hit their three-pointers, to be able to rotate on defense. Will Barton tonight was playing well, man. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, back-to-back 20-point games for Barton. 8 of 17 from the field, 5 of 10 from the three-point line. Once again, shooting the lights out. Will Barton, though, the way that the Nuggets are structured, he's playing the 3. Tonight he played the 2. And I think Will Barton needs to be at the 2. I think he needs to be at the 2. Again, championship roster. Luka Doncic, man, he started the game off. Jamal Murray was trying to get him, but Luka Doncic is 6'7", 6'8". Just put Jamal Murray in the post at 6'4". Luka Doncic was getting to the rack. Facu Campazzo, Will Barton, it just didn't matter. It's not like Luka even went off tonight. It's just the way that the team is structured. They're, again, all-star play, point guard, MVP play, center, and then MPJ. Then you got Will Barton. Then you got your Gary Harris, guard defenders, Facu, distributor, guard, point guard defender. But at the end of the day, they don't have anyone that can sit in that 3 spot. A long 6'6", 6'8" defender that you can put on Luka and be like, hey man, give him heck. Make it tough for him all game. Like, bother him physically. Jeremy Grant was that last year. Right now, we don't have it on the roster. We thought it would be Greg Whittington, but we've seen him 3 times since he came back from injury and all in garbage time. So right now, there's just a hole, man. I'm watching this game. I'm looking at Luka. I'm just like, the thing is with the Nuggets, and it's not Jokic's fault. Nobody fears Jokic going to the basket. They just don't. He had a great defensive play to end the game against Memphis where he went straight up. He contested Ja Morant's shot, but he's not going to block shots. That's just not his game. I've never wanted that to be Jokic's game. Y'all, I wanted to get on tonight's episode. I wanted to highlight the fact that Nikola Jokic basically came out and said, man, I want to win a ring in Denver. Mike Singer, I believe, caught the quote from the Denver Post, and the question was asked to Jokic, hey, how do you feel about, like, guys like teaming up or winning championships? Like, do you feel like pressure to win a title? He basically said, man, it's going to be sweeter to win one in Denver than it would be anywhere else for me. I feel like this is my assignment. This is where I want to be. If people want to join me here, great. But again, my life is not going to be defined by me being a champion in the NBA. I'm still going to be okay, even if I don't win one. And I'm just listening to this, man. I'm like, man, Denver's blessed. Again, a lot of you all that are, Serbians, the Bosnians, the Argentinians, French, all of you all that may have not been Nuggets fans prior to Jokic. Again, we haven't had a history of superstar players staying with the franchise. So for him to be like, years ago, say, I want to be a Tim Duncan of the Denver Nuggets, for him to come out and say what he said about wanting to win a championship here and really not caring about anybody, that's rare. And that's what the Nuggets have right now. And they have, again, even though he's not playing well the last 2 games, they got somebody in Jamal Murray who's an all-star player that is learning how to be consistent, learning how to give it every single game. He was porous on defense tonight. I get it. He was frustrating on defense tonight. You see, the thing is, you can miss shots. But play defense and miss shots. And Jamal Murray didn't do that tonight. Michael Porter Jr. is learning how to do it. So, Jokic is special, man. Like, he is everything that you would dream of from a superstar MVP caliber player in the NBA for whatever team that you support. And the Nuggets have him. And he's committed to them. He said he loves everyone in the organization. They've embraced him. They've done what they had to do to support him, his family, his now wife. I mean, everything. I mean, Mike Malone visited him in Serbia. Like, there's just so many levels to the commitment the organization has shown to Jokic. And my whole thing is like, y'all, like, you don't waste a dude averaging 27 points per game, 11 rebounds a game, and 8.6, 8.5 assists per game. You don't waste that. You don't. And right now, again, Jeremy Grant, I get it. He wanted to go play in Detroit for a black head coach and black GM, the only black GM, black head coach combo in the NBA. I get it. He wanted the bigger offensive role. But so what? Now what? Because you can't just sit here and keep looking at like, oh man, Luka. Then we got Bron. Then we got Kawhi. Then we got Paul George. What we gonna do? We just gonna have to put Will Barton on him. What? We just gonna have to put PJ Dozier on him. What? PJ the point guard. No. I mean, even Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig is 6'6", 6'7". You know, he did really well against like the Russell Westbrooks of the world, Donovan Mitchells of the world, but at some point this season, I even said on Twitter, you know, hey man, if I'm the Nuggets front office, when that March 31st deadline come around, we're gonna have to do something about getting a long, able-bodied, big wing on this team. Somebody, again, Aaron Gordon. I know that's Adam Morris from DNVR mentioned to me tonight. You know, OG and Anunoby, he has a poison pill in his contract. You know, I get it. You know, but Mo Harkless, something. Because watching people drive to the lane uncontested, nah, bro. You see, this is where like Giannis Antetokounmpo, with that kind of matchup, it makes you wonder what would Giannis look like, or AD look like, or Jaren Jackson look like next to Jokic. They would clean up all that paint awareness that we need, that shot blocking threat. And it will clean up a lot of these defensive things. But really, again, y'all, the biggest thing with the Nuggets at guard, like against the Kings this year, for some reason, the Nuggets guards, they don't take it all that personal to get blown by. And again, a part of it is the hedge defense. Like a part of it is just like, you know, knowing you're supposed to be. They messed up a lot of rotations tonight. Burned them too. Burned them. But you're asking Jamal Murray 6'4", Gary Harris 6'4", PJ Dozier point guard 6'6". You're asking Zeke Naji power forward 6'11", you know, to play wing defense on folk. I'm just like, y'all, we just gonna have to find somebody to do it. And if there's not Greg Whittington, then we got to get somebody. You have to, because you're putting so much pressure on your guards to like be excellent, and then Jamal Murray be excellent both ways every game, especially when Gary Harris is out. He's not a bad defender. He's a good defender now. He has lapses mentally sometimes, but, you know, it's just frustrating, man. And, again, I know everybody's frustrated. I know everybody's, you know, people are like, you know, we need to trade Jamal Murray. I'm not there. I am not there at all. I love Jamal Murray. He's perfect on this team. He's having 2 bad games. He's still growing as a player. Give it time. Michael Porter Jr., man, people were saying, trade Mike. I'm like, Mike, did you see that? That dude, he has the it factor. And I mean it factor like, I believe that I'm the best player on the court. And I'm learning how to work with the team. I'm learning how to work within the offense, and work with Jokic and Murray. But, hey, Porter put 17 points up in the fourth quarter. At one point, we were down 12 points in the fourth quarter. I'm like, hey, man, they can make a run. They can get some stops. And, of course, they didn't get no stops. So, it was just a frustrating game all. Let me know in the comment section what you think, because it was just a mess. It was just a mess. It just wasn't pretty. Bad basketball. The Nuggets play again. They play against the Indiana Pacers, who are 17-20. The Nuggets are 22-16. They play against the Pacers on Monday. And they play against Charlotte after that. And then they play against Chicago and the Pelicans and Orlando. Y'all, this schedule is so favorable, but now it's just about going out and doing what you need to do, taking care of business. So, anyway, Swipe a Gang. Follow me on Twitter, SwipaCam. That's going to do it for the video. Continue to let me know in the comment section what you think. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all again up soon. By the way, I have some special projects coming out, and international listeners especially. We're going to talk about the international basketball players that are taking over the NBA. It's going to be a produced video. Trust me when I say this thing might blow up. Just letting you know now. Hey, Swipe a Gang. This is SwipaCam. I appreciate y'all. We out. See you again soon.